Now, a little bit more about the release aid, giving a more realistic impression of how I work. I've tarted it up quite a bit, but I found that when I got the first successful shot, this little point here sort of squidged away to nothing with the pressure as it released. So I've case hardened it now, which should help considerably, and also angled the tip slightly to help it slip out. It's a fine line between making something that actually releases inadvertently and something that's nice to release. Anyhow, for those of you who've never done any case hardening, what you've got is this sort of gritty powder caseinite or caseinite or whatever. I mean, I've had that since I was, I don't know, in my teens, since I was a nipper. Doesn't use much, I poured some into the lid, got the relevant bits of the mechanism red hot, dipped them in it, got them red hot again, dipped them in it, then stuck it back in the tin. Another minor design flaw: when you're actually pulling it, your main support is where my finger is there, so the line of force runs from about there through the jaws that way, so the string is going to pop out that way, not that way. So ideally I should kink the handle back this way a little underneath the lever, but that's not feasible. But what I've done is I've just relieved the jaw there a bit so the string can pop out. I mean, what I'll do is I'll take away as much metal as possible, but the point is, even if it's coming out at a slight angle, it's being deflected by millimetres rather than the inches or tens of millimetres it would be if it was coming off your fingers. But all in all, I've gussied it up a bit and made it look shiny and smart. My brother quite liked it. He thought the jaws looked a bit like a dragon's head. I could carve a face on it, put eyes on it, and call it the Dragon Release Aid. Yeah, that's quite it. It does sit to hand quite nicely when there's tension on it and your thumb pushes thusly. Still a little bit stiff, needs a bit of tweaking, but I just shot twister from full draw, which is about £45 I think, or at least 40. Stuck an arrow in lovely and straight. So yes, coming on nicely. That big screw was a great improvement. Gets a much smoother pivot action there. In fact, it's all looking quite nice now. Very nice. Ideally what I'd have is, I don't think I've got a tap that big. I'd have a nice wooden ball or something on the end there. We'll shape this a bit better, but just a bit of fun.